Hey everybody, I was going to talk about feeders today, but when I did a kind of a little inspection last night, this has got a top hive feeder. It's one that I had. I don't particularly care for it. I don't like the style, and it's been kind of hard to just manipulate. I saw some larvae in there, and the cool thing about beekeeping, there's always a bunch of people to help you out. I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I talked to the owner of the bee store up in Lake Ridge, and he said for sure that it was small hive beetle larvae. They like to hang out on the top of it. So I'm going to do a couple things. I got some of the treatment for there. I'm going to try to show you that. Also how to switch this feeder out. And then, I don't know if you can see, the girls are buzzing. The hive beside us they're pretty active. It's the end of May here in Virginia. So it's a little warm today. It was like 95. But just want to show you what I got going on. So I'm going to pop open the top. Of course, you know, you're holding the camera and doing everything else just to kind of show you what it is. But this top comes off. And then it's got a space around it. Got a few dead bees in here, but if you can see over here, and let me see if I can zoom in. Those guys right there. That's what my concern is. I added about a half a gallon to this last night. I think some of it's just starting to ferment, so I'm going to throw it all away. You can see the bees right here. They're hungry. They're trying to get going there. So I'm going to swap this out. I've got some treatment for the hive beetles that I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to put an in-frame feeder. So that's what's going on. So this is what I'm going to replace this feeder with. These in-frame feeders. This is a Man Lake one. It's a 1 gallon. It's going to fit right in there. I like to put mine on the right, so that way when I need to feed them, I don't have to pull the whole hive and disturb them. So I'm going to put that right in there. And then what I have for the beetle traps are these. They look like handy white. These actually say Dixie on top of it. But they're sheets this big. What you do is you cut a little hunk off like this. And you lay it right over top of the frames, and you also want to make sure that you get a piece of it holding down on it, because what will happen is the bees will chew it up. The beetles have little hooks on their legs, and they'll get stopped up in there. So I've already smoked them a little bit. They should be kind of calm. I'm just going to dump this stuff out here. They've already glued everything together for me. Don't know if we're going to need a little more smoke, but we'll see when we open them up. So of course, when I pull up my frame here, I'm going to make sure that we don't get the queen here. But if I remember, there was nothing on this frame at all. So they haven't even started drawing comb out here. I'm going to shake them down. Set it over here so that way they can fly back in. Set my in-frame feeder just like this. Make sure we don't mush any bees. Now this thing is tight, so you're going to have to make sure that you move everything over to get everything nice and compact in here. And then I have a funnel, and here's my 1-to-1 sugar water, and I use Honeybee Healthy. So you just fill it up on this side and you kind of watch the other side to see where it goes. I am going to have to put a top cover on this, which I left over there, which is no big deal. Or an inner cover rather. Not very exciting. But that's all you do is fill it up like that. I'm not going to do any inspections because I did look at the other day to see that they're fine. I am, like I said, just going to put this across here. Lay it flat. I don't want to cover up my hole or my inner cover. And I'm going to have it hang over here just a little bit. So let me go grab my inner cover. And we're going to make sure we don't mash any bees. We got some bees kind of hanging out right here. They're actually trying to get an old dead bee out, so I'm going to help them. Just pop them right on out. Slide this over here so we don't mash any. Got the little tab hanging out there. Don't need this frame anymore. Put our top back on and they're good to go. So that's what I'm going to do. I haven't checked it in for hive beetles. I'm going to let this set for 3 or 4 days. I'll go back and check the feed. Some of my other ones here, they've been drinking pretty strong, so I don't want it to run out. But I'll come back and check the status of that towel to see what's going on, and then I'll report back.